Welcome to the Seraphine podcast. I'm Serafina Rocha, and I'm with my girl, Chelsea Atia. Hello,
Hi.
hello. We are dishing all about the hills, episode 4, Who's a Better Kisser? I'm loving where the hills is going. This is definitely an episode where there wasn't a lot of filler here.
Yeah.
There really wasn't. There was some good stuff. The episode starts up where we left off of Heidi is kind of in Brody's face, and we're talking about the drinking, and boy, oh boy, do I think Amber basically put the nails in the coffin with any potential of a relationship with Brody.
Yeah.
By pulling and I see a lot of girls do this when they're a little insecure and they want to fit in with a future boyfriend's friends.
Yeah.
I think that she wanted to get some intel. Amber really, you can tell Amber was really into Brody, but she really wants to please him. She likes to drink, but I think she used the drinking as an excuse to kind of get in with the girls.
Yeah.
She's not stupid. I'm sure she knows Audrina had a past with Brody. She definitely knows Caitlin had, she was married to him. And then Heidi is, been playing this whole thing of her being her fairy godmother all weekend. So she's feeling accepted. And as a younger girl, you're a little nervous, and Brody's such like a big presence, right? But whoa, playing the two-faced card with a new boyfriend and kind of alluding to the fact that he was controlling.
Yeah, he's like, no, and we're done.
And how about setting Audrina up for being the more attractive person? Because Audrina is this is weird. Like, didn't you have this discussion with Brody before?
Yeah.
And I have to say, Audrina, I saw a little sneakiness in her though.
Yeah, well,
because she likes Brody.
She does, but I don't know why she would go up to him and she pissed him off.
I think she did, and
she did, like, for sure. That's why Spencer was telling Heidi, I saw how he reacted to Audrina. You don't go over there, because then me and Brody are gonna have a problem if he talks to you the way he talked to Audrina.
Totally. And Heidi, I like what she was trying to do, which is she's trying to include Amber.
Yeah.
But in the next, and she's trying to have her back as well.
She is.
Being a girl's girl.
Yeah.
And I appreciate
Plus she
that.
was really drunk.
And she was drunk. When she exited, though, when she saw that she really pissed off Brody, I did think that the drunkenness took over, because she was a little bit mean about it. But
she was I think she was very embarrassed.
Yeah.
We got to get back onto Heidi later on too, with the dancing.
Oh yes, I cannot wait. It'll be amazing.
Okay.
So we go into the party just dissolves after
Everyone
that.
goes to bed.
Totally does. And then we're left awkwardly alone with Audrina and Sean.
Poor Audrina is so not into him, and he is so into her. And the kiss.
Oh my God.
When they go to the bonfire, and she knows what he's about to do, and that like feeling of like, I know he's about to do it. Let's just get it over with. And she's like, just a kiss, no tongue.
Oh God. It's so awkward, and we've all been there. We've
so
all been there on that
awkward.
date where we're like, you're a nice guy, but I have to really kiss you now. I don't know.
I felt, and plus they're being filmed, so she doesn't want him to look like a bad guy. Like, she doesn't want to make him embarrassed. So she's going to just go for it. But you could tell it was like pulling teeth for her.
Oh God.
I felt the awkwardness.
And then he was awkward. Before the kiss, he's like, cheers to being beautiful people together.
Wait, can I tell you, fun fact, to like tie the Hills and the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills together?
Yeah.
Do you know who Jon Stewart used to date?
No.
Adrienne Maloof.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I know.
The lioness.
I know.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
I know. So weird, like, tie between the two.
Yeah.
I mean, the town's really small, so that's going to happen. But yeah, Jon Stewart's ex-girlfriend is Adrienne Maloof Hoof.
Oh my God. Hollywood Hills incestuousness. Oh my God. Well, Audrina, and you can also tell Audrina is a little bit drunk too.
Yeah.
And she's usually pretty good about posturing, but you could tell the whole time not feeling it. And the Sean seduction just went down in flames.
Yeah.
And giving her that lame force kiss was just so freaking cringe.
It was cringeworthy.
So then we go, next day everyone's waking up, and then we have this awkward moment with Brody and Amber, and she's like, I blacked out.
Yeah.
BS. I call BS on that.
Yeah, she acts like she didn't know what happened, but
no,
she totally did. And Brody is like so annoyed because he's not drunk, or he's not hungover. And Caitlin is right. She's like, but I mean, you know, if you're sober, the last person you want to be with is someone that's like drunk.
100%. And he makes it very clear on a later conversation with when they go surfing.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I get 20% of her when she's drunk.
Yeah.
So, you know, she's 24, you know.
And he says that he understands. He's like, she might, maybe he's realizing she's a little young for him.
Exactly. And we change and we evolve. I mean, for God's sakes, he's choosing to be sober.
Yeah.
So then there's that weird exchange that they cut to with Amber trying to confront Caitlin.
Yes.
To talk shit on Brody.
Yeah, I really totally like the way Caitlin handled that conversation, because that's classy. The way
it is,
she
and it's a 24-year-old move to try to get intel on the guy you're dating by going to his ex-girlfriend and being like, well, was he like that with you? I'm like, girls,
and I'm sure Brody saw that now and he's like, okay, Caitlin, I like.
Yeah.
No wonder I married you.
Yeah. She had his back.
Yeah.
So then, like, the morning goes, and Audrina comes with a Bloody Mary delivery to Heidi.
Yes.
And Audrina, you know, it was interesting. I feel like Audrina kind of inserted herself into the Amber sabotage. I think she liked doing it a little bit to kind of get the because she's been made fun of so much with Sean.
Yeah.
And I think she also wants Brody to know that she's kind of looking out for him.
Yeah.
And she's trying to play it to where she doesn't care too much, because she really does that good, like, you know, I don't know, and da-da-da. And I'm like, no, you do know. And you kind of played a little dirty with Amber. You kind of helped.
But she also played a little dirty with Heidi, too, because she brought Heidi into it. Because
she did.
She's like, I'm sorry for bringing you into this. She's like, yeah, I understand you needed a wing woman. It's all right. Like, Heidi's pretty chill.
She's awesome. And Heidi could give a crap about Amber. You could totally tell. The way that she said to her, she's like, look, I was just, you know, like, going in on the conversation, having fun, having drinks, and put my 2 cents in with Brody of like, don't give her crap for not, you know, let her drink, let her have fun, just because you're, you know, what does she call him? Judge Judy with his collar. Yeah. You know, the lace. I thought that was so funny. So then, you know, Audrina lets Heidi know about the kiss. And you know what? I think she just owes it to Heidi to just say to her, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
She keeps like doing this little dance, and I the passive aggressiveness with Audrina on this kind of, it irritates me a little bit, because you can tell Audrina really wants to take a step forward of being like a stronger female. But Sean did call her out on being a people pleaser.
Yes.
And I think she's got to learn to be like, you know, she's been through a lot. She doesn't have to please everybody. And she doesn't want to kiss Sean. Don't kiss him.
Exactly.
I wouldn't kiss him. Ugh.
No.
So then we go to the golfing, like weird, like Happy Gilmore want to be like boys outing, and Justin Bobby in his cool golf outfit, and him muttering, it's a preppy ass sport. I'm like, dude, you were so down for it, clowning around. And then you've got Jason and Sean and the overly serious Brandon. He's like new to golfing. Have you ever been with someone like who has been like they just learned a sport, or they just learned something, right? And they're so serious about it, and you're like, whoa, slow your roll.
Yeah. I think he has a lot to prove. Again, in every episode.
Yeah.
But I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun scene. Justin and Sean were partners, and they're the least experienced of Jason and Brandon and them, and so they were beating Jason and Brandon. So that was funny.
Oh, so we've got again Justin Bobby. He just cracks me up. He makes fun of Brandon and his golf lessons not amounting to much, and then he's a little bit. I think he sees a little bit of himself in Brandon, because he does this whole thing about, oh, well, I'm not jazz hands about everything. And, you know, I'm like, oh, come on. You're so cool. It hurts me. Like,
he's too much for me. I don't find him entertaining at all anymore.
Oh, my God. So then we've got you know, a little bonding moment between Sean and Justin Bobby.
Yeah, which is a weird friendship, but like,
but it worked.
I did like that Justin Bobby was like down to be friends with Sean. Sean's weird.
Sean is a total weirdo. And I love that I still have to add the Bobby on Justin. I'm like, JB.
Yeah.
Justin Bobby, you are so cringy right now.
He is.
So then this is where we flip to another cringe moment with another cringy character. And I don't want to be cringe with her, but Ashley laying into Heidi's drinking.
Yeah. She needs to kind of like mind her own business.
I mean, I get it. She has been through it with Jason.
Yeah.
You don't go through like alcoholism. You don't go and not be wounded from it.
Yeah.
She's also pregnant. I get that there's like that feeling in your body. You feel insecure. I just feel like she just like beats Heidi up and like, and just is so in like, she's not living her life. Like every time Jason and Ashley are filmed, they're always talking about someone else.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time they've ever talked about themselves is the baby.
The one scene that I did like with Jason was when he was talking about Justin.
Yeah.
And I thought that was sweet of him to care about Justin Bobby and to learn more about him. And he's like, he's a cool dude. Like, I actually want to get to know him better. Yeah. I did like that scene, but I agree with you. They're all, I think it's mainly Ashley. It's not a good look for her. I don't know if she's like that in person or if she just needs like a storyline.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a cute look.
No, it's not a cute look. But I will tell you something. That what you just brought up with Justin Bobby and Jason completely reminds me of how I felt about you when I first met you, of like I'm friends with her, but I feel like I would only get tidbits of knowing about you.
Yeah.
And when good old JB talks about his dad, I think it was a sweet moment. And I think that, you know, there are times with friends that we've had for a long time or people that we think we know.
Yeah.
And we want to know more.
Yeah.
But you don't push the envelope. And because Justin Bobby is so like postured a lot.
Yeah.
You don't have room to ask those questions.
Well, he's just not going to tell you.
Yeah. Where someone like you, definitely, I feel like I can ask you questions, but it's funny how I get so excited when I get the nuggets of like the stories about who you are and your family and all that.
Yeah.
So it is kind of cute. And I do like that with Jason.
Yeah.
So Heidi goes and visits Brody. You know, I think that this was really cute, a little playful. He calls her the tequila tornado.
Yeah.
You see the friendship.
They're definitely good friends. And I think Brody is super understanding.
Yeah.
Like he's like, it's no big deal. Like, I'm not going anywhere. 'Cause she's like, we're just starting, you're back in my life again. Yeah. Like, I don't really want, he's like, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
And kudos to sobriety. I think we're much more clear-headed.
Yeah.
And we're much more willing to listen and forgive when we're not in the haze of alcohol. And when Brody last season was drinking, he was not that understanding. He was pretty highly opinionated. So it was cool to see that. And then, you know, Brody sheds light on Amber, telling him beforehand that, you know, she wanted to not drink too much. Yeah. Which again made me not think very much about Amber, to where I'm like, you had a conversation with him. She
probably told Brody she didn't want to drink very much because she knows Brody's sober.
Totally.
She's trying to, I don't know. I can assume, but that's just like when you're into a guy, you kind of want to have similar interests and things. So
and tables turn too, especially when you're trying to impress his friends.
Yes.
So then we go into this awkward goodbye between Audrina and Sean, and he's like, I've never packed a bag in my life, and he's all this like ha ha ha.
He's very awkward.
And then he does the awkward goodbye kiss. I mean, like she's just like, again. Yeah. I mean, you can see it in her face.
She was like, you're leaving? Gosh, darn it.
Oh my God. And the only thing he has going for him is that he had a bromance with frickin' JB.
Yeah.
Oh, so we go to the final night dinner, which is so much fun. And I actually love that even though Brody is sober, I did catch on that he loves my favorite tequila, Casa Azul. He even points it out, and I'm like, yeah, brother, I love it. So I still think Brody might he might get back on the drinking train. Not that I want him to, but hopefully he's shed light and he's more of a responsible drinker. Because when you drink Casa Azul, you have to be. It tastes so freaking good. So we go into Audrina apologizing to him at the party, and he's like, yeah. Because, I mean, Amber's still there, so it's not going to be a solid apology.
Yeah.
I can tell that Heidi is definitely now noticing Ashley's digs at her.
Yes.
And, you know, she's feeling herself that night in that gold top with no bra. I was like, girl.
The dancing.
Oh, my
I can't get over this. And Spencer's like, he's totally down for it.
I love that he has his girl's back no matter what.
No matter what.
With her boobs hanging out, he's like, that's my girl.
He's like, I like how naughty you are.
I know.
I'm like, that's what you're going to say when your wife's boobs are all out? But
I have to say, I kind of appreciate just the blind loyalty to each other.
Yes.
There is no getting in between those two.
No, they're thick as thieves.
They really are. And I love that, you know, Heidi's personality, I just really gravitated towards her kind of F off. Let me show people how to party, have a good time, and not be so uptight.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of, I think, their relationship, is that I think they've been through so many ups and downs. She's been crucified for her plastic surgery.
Yes.
Spencer's been crucified for, you know, his weirdness and oddities, that I think that they come in with this kind of low key, us against the world, and MTV, you can get it on tape because we're as real as we're going to be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Whereas the other people, I feel those moments of holding back.
Yeah.
And that posture.
Well, they're made for reality TV. Yeah. Not everyone is made for reality TV, but this couple is for sure.
They are. They are like
they
are very king and queen reality.
They
I love it. So then we get this is actually where Justin talks to Brandon,
yes.
I think, which was again really not Brandon. I'm sorry,
Jason.
Yeah, it's a really sweet conversation.
It is.
It's a little weird in the setting of Heidi doing the WAP, you know, but you know,
I wish they would have put the music on and we could have seen.
I literally wrote in my notes, Heidi epic boob dance.
Yeah.
So then they all leave, you know, and then we see everyone in the morning. I did like how they allude to the fact of Brody and Audrina being similar with their little dogs.
Yeah.
And my heart just jumped out of my chest because Audrina's a little terrier.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking
like,
about you.
Monkey, my baby. No longer with us, but always with us. I love him. And then Spencer in bed with champagne, and she's supposed to be unpacking. I'm like, dude, the party never ends with the
party
Pratts.
never ends.
And then Heidi, I like how she talks about, you know, her, you know, everyone blaming her, and he literally calls her like an alcohol influencer. He's like, oh, you're such an influencer with your drinking.
Yeah.
Again, always little sticks of comedy there, even amongst their talk again about the baby, that I'm like, no, don't take the fun out of the couple.
Yeah.
So then,
but you know what? I will say there was like a side interview of Spencer, and he's so sweet with her too. He's like, I know that I'm ready for a baby. I know I'm a little bit behind her. So
yeah, the timeline. Yeah.
I have a little catching up to do. And I know that that's why there's a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
So I thought that was sweet to like have an understanding for her.
I loved it. Well, we have, really the end of this is Audrina and Brody.
Yes.
And, you know, we all kind of saw it coming. I mean,
of course,
it's not like we didn't. What I really hope that this wasn't scripted for the Hills. It'll bum me out if it's just another like sad storyline that we get excited about. And, you know, because you know what it is that I think all of us at some point in time in our life probably had a kind of Brody person in our life where we always kind of hoped that we would go back to them and that, you know, you'd end up together. And it's not that it doesn't happen in real life, but in the Hills, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Well, on that note, thanks for joining us. And I'm going to do my boob dance and shake it as we sign on out. Thanks for watching. Click and subscribe and let us know your favorite part of the Hills. And if it's not Heidi's boob dance, well, I don't know what tops that. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.